What is my capacity, O Lord, is the question that many people ask. Your capacity is not measured by who you are today. Your capacity is measured by who you will be in the future. There are lots of people asking, Lord, there are lots of businessmen. Why are you not making a businessman like them? Or preacher like that person? Or a healing minister like them? Or a runner like that gentleman, that guy? Why, Lord, why you are not making me? But we need to understand that God knows the capacity that each and every person have. Your capacity is not what you see outside. Many times your capacity is deep, deep, deep down within you, which you have not even seen in your life today. If you look at the birth of Jesus, there were lots of virgins in Israel at that time, but God found only one Mary to be chosen to be the mother of Jesus. Why did he choose her? The reason is he knew that when something is given to her, she will have the capacity, the ability, the courage, and the strength to carry it. She said, when the angel came to Mary, she said, "Be it unto me according to your word." She had the boldness. She doesn't know who the man is. If she is become pregnant without a husband, she will be killed. She never cared about it because she said, "Lord, if you have spoken something to me and I'm happy to carry it." Why? Because for me, the world is not important, but you are important. Your promises are important. If you look at Peter and John, they were together with Jesus. But on the cross, Jesus did not hand over Mary, his mother, to Peter, but to John. Why? Because Jesus knew John had the capacity to look after Mary like a mother in his house. See, this is where we need to understand. God knows each and everyone's capacity, and he gives things according to your capacity. Joseph, in his house, there were 12 brothers, including Joseph. But God chose only Joseph. Why? Because God knew Joseph had the capacity to be the prime minister, had the intellect. God has sent him for a purpose. So the purpose that God has sent him for, and that's where he's leading you. In David's house, there were 8 brothers, including David. The 7 were rejected. They lost. David was chosen. Why? Because he knew the capacity and the heart of David. A good shepherd will give his life for his sheep. David was ready to do that. And that was the capacity of Jesus. And if you look through the Bible, if you look through the history, we will find that everyone God used had great capacity. And now the question is, we will say the other way around, there are lots of people with capacity, but they never come up in life. Maybe. But if you look at everyone who came up in life, everyone had great capacity. I will take one more example, and before I stop. If you look at the life of Jesus, Jesus had many disciples with him, many disciples. But God took 12 disciples chosen. Why he took only 12 disciples when there were many other people around him? Because he knew the capacity each and everyone carried. If God has chosen you to be his servant, if God has chosen you to be in ministry, to be in something, to do something, the Lord has invested something in you and he has seen some capacity in you. Please do not speak against what God has given in your hand. Please do not think that you do not have capacity in your life. You have great capacity. And when the time comes, Lord will reveal what the capacity that you have, and you will be surprised where God is taking you. Today you may be nobody. You may be nothing. You might be a sweeper. You might be a person who is trying to do the ministry, but nothing worked for 10 years, 15 years. But that doesn't matter, because when the time comes, you will know the capacity that God has given in you is greater than what you thought or imagined. See, many times when an elephant is a big animal, when it is tied to a small tree also, elephant won't walk away. Because elephant looks at the tying process and he knows that he is tied. And he thinks that he cannot pull away that tree or that small weed, and he think he cannot go out. But if he understand his capacity, he will take any tree and he will walk away. Let me tell you, you are watching me and you have great capacity. Do not doubt yourself and do not doubt your God. Stand firm. God has called you to be a champion with great capacity in life. And if you trust in the Lord and if you love Him, He will carry you. Behold, I am with you till the very ends of the earth, Jesus said. He is with you. Trust in Him and He will lead you to your destination. Be blessed. Remain blessed. Thank you for tuning in, and shalom.